The Colorado Avalanche were the defending champions entering the last season, and many people were expecting them to have another deep playoff run. Unfortunately, that Avalanche ran into the sea and was dragged to the depths by the Kraken. Now 1 year later, Avalanche fans are still confident that this team can be a cup contender, but I am not one of them. Avalanche, here's why I hate your stupid f***ing team.
I never heard of half of these guys. The ones I do know are way past their prime. Most of these guys never had a prime. This guy here is dead.
Cross him off then.
The Avalanche forward core is loaded, with Nathan MacKinnon, one of the best pure scorers on the planet, along with one of the best setup men, Mikko Rantanen. The first line will be rounded out by Jonathan Drouin, as he continues to try and fend off the biggest bust label. Don't worry, Jonathan, you're safe as long as the words Nael Yakupov can still be used together. The Avs bolster their second line by making a big trade to add Ryan Johansson. He'll go alongside stalwarts like Arturi Lehkonen and Val Nichushkin. They also got Tomas Tatar in on a sneaky good contract, as well as signing Miles Wood to play on the third line. Ross Colton also joins the third line from Tampa in a trade this offseason. The fourth line has Frederick Olofsson and Logan O'Connor, along with Andrew Cogliano providing some veteran leadership. This is a much older forward core than we're used to seeing from the Avalanche. The youngest player is age 26, Mikko Rantanen. There is, however, plenty of youth on the back line, with Cale Makar at age 24 already being one of the three best defensemen in the NHL. Paired with Devon Toews, who's quickly morphing into one of the premier shutdown defensemen, they make up what is, in my opinion, the best first pairing in all of hockey. And their second pairing is even younger, with 25-year-old Sam Girard and 22-year-old Bowen Byram, who were very good last year and I think have the ability to take a step even further. On the third pairing though, the Avs are the team that decided to house Jack Johnson and his cratering production at age 36, along with Josh Manson, who is a third pairing defenseman. I mean, I don't know who can carry Jack Johnson, but it's certainly in Josh Manson. Francouz and Georgiev were supposed to be splitting time in the net, but with Francouz's injury, 23-year-old Justice will step in. Georgiev will probably get the lion's share of the time in net, which is not great news for the Avalanche because I think he's basically the most mid of all goaltenders in the NHL.
Anybody got an idea?
Jared Bednar took over an Avalanche team that was flailing and has led them to great heights, including 3 straight division titles and a Stanley Cup back in 2021-22. Pictured here as a mob boss in Gotham City, Jared Bednar is probably going to be the coach of the Avalanche for a good long while. He's gotten great production out of his stars, he's been hampered by injuries and shaky goaltending at times, but this is a team that will make the playoffs barring any terrible injuries, probably has a chance to win the division, and still could win a Stanley Cup if one of their goalies gets hot.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the new guy.
As I noted previously, the Avalanche completely remade their third line with Miles Wood, Ross Colton, and Tomas Tatar. Tatar, in particular, at $1.5 million for this year, is incredible value considering he is a perpetual 20-30 goal guy. Colton and Wood are both very good defensive players and can play on the PK, so I really have no problems with them adding players there when they have so much skill up top. And speaking of skill, the Avalanche did supplement that top 6 by making this trade for Ryan Johansson. At 31, he just came off of a pretty disappointing year with only 28 points in 55 games. But they gave up basically nothing for him, only having to part with Alex Galchenyuk. So it's a good low-risk, high-reward play. The rest of the additions at the bottom of their roster in both the forward and defensive core are mostly older guys like Cogliano, and I don't think they're really going to move the needle. They're just depth fill-outs.
You gay Irish fireman, you're okay, but you I do not like.
Everybody loses their shit over Nathan MacKinnon, and that's understandable, but I actually really think Mikko Rantanen might be the most underrated forward in the NHL. He is so incredibly productive. I feel like nobody's acknowledged the fact that he just had a 100-point season. You may want to cast him as the Robin to McKinnon's Batman, but in my opinion, Rantanen deserves a lot more credit than that. He is an exceptional playmaker and creator. The Avs are going to make the playoffs. There's almost no doubt about that. They'll probably be number 1 or number 2 out of the Central, battling out with Dallas for that top spot. In the playoffs, though, it's going to really come down to goaltending. Can you get Francouz back? Is Georgiev going to step up? Do you add someone at the deadline, or does the young kid step up? If one of those things can happen, the Avalanche could be poised for another deep run. If not, it could be another disappointing early exit.